Hello everyone. Today we are doing the poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon, written by Ogden Nash. It is a humorous poem written by this poet in which Custard is a pet dragon belonging to Belinda. Belinda is a little girl who lives in a little white house, and with Belinda a mouse, a kitten and a puppy also lived. The dragon is called Custard because the other pets think that he is a coward. But in adverse conditions, this Custard, he shows his bravery. And now we are starting this humorous poem. This poem is written in the style of a ballad. Ballad means a song or a poem telling a story. A song written just like that which is telling a story. This poem is a humorous ballad close to a parody, and parody is just whatever the piece of writing that is written in a funny way, that is known as parody. So we are starting this poem. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse. It's very easy to understand this poem. No difficulty in understanding this. So this girl Belinda, she is living in a little white house, and with her a little black kitten and a little grey mouse is also living, and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon. Wagon means gadi. And a Relio Trulio little pet dragon. Here this Relio Trulio means real true. It's only just transformed these words to show humor in this poem. And a real true little pet dragon. So all these are living with Belinda in a little white house. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink. Now this extract, as you have seen in the first extract also, the rhyme scheme is house, mouse, wagon and dragon. A, B, B. So this rhyme scheme is being continued in all the extracts here in full poem. So there is no variations in the rhyme scheme here. We are starting the next extract. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse, she called him Blink. And the little yak dog was sharp as mustard, but the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. So kitten's name was Ink, mouse name was Blink and dog's name was Mustard. And the dragon was a coward. He was afraid of everything. That's why it was named Custard. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth. Now it is a humor here that the dragon was afraid of everyone. It means he was a coward. Otherwise dragons are known for bravery. So Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth. The dragon had got sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath. Spikes means you can say thorns type, thin pointed surfaces that are known as spikes. And scales underneath. Scales means linings, plates on the body. Mouth like a fireplace. Just as dragons are having the mouth and fire comes out from their mouth. So mouth like a fireplace. Chimney for a nose. And Relio Trulio daggers on his toes. And daggers means their nails are just like knife on his toes. So mouth like a fireplace. Here just we are discussing about the poetic devices also. Repetition is all there because again and again the same line is being continued. But here we are just talking about mouth like a fireplace. As you know, here like word is used. That's why it is the poetic device used here is simile. So we are using here simile. Chimney for a nose. Chimney for a nose. The nose is also compared here with chimney, but without the word like or as. So that's why we can't use simile here. The poetic device is not simile, but it is a metaphor. The comparison is done here also. The nose is compared to the chimney, but without using the words as or like. That's why metaphor is here. Mouth like a fireplace, it is simile. Chimney for a nose, it is metaphor. And Relio Trulio daggers on his toes. And again the same line. Real, true, daggers like knife on his toes. Belinda was as brave. So here in this extract, the Custard is being described here. He had got sharp teeth, had got spikes on top of him, scales on his body. His mouth is like a fireplace. Fire is coming out from his mouth every time. His nose is like a chimney from which smoke is coming. And his toes are just like daggers. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of beers. Here, barrel means the drum that is used for just keeping whiskey here. But it is said here that beers, just like many beers are there, Belinda was as brave as the full drum of beers. And Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. Both the kitten and mouse, they chased lions down the stairs. It means they are also brave and they just followed or chased lions. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage. Just as a tiger is in fury, he is in anger. So Mustard was also as brave as a tiger. So all these are compared here. But Custard cried for a nice safe cage. But Custard is a coward. Always. He was afraid of everyone. So he was just searching for a nice safe cage so that he could hide there and cried there. Belinda tickled him. Tickled क्या होता है? गुदगुदी करना. So Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmerciful. Ink, Blink and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. Percival is a knight in King Arthur's court. So once upon a time there was a knight, there was a warrior in King Arthur's court. His name was Percival. So here just they called him Percival due to humor only, as he was very much afraid of everyone. तो इसको एकदम opposite इसको Percival बोला जाता है because he is a coward here. Ink, Blink and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon. अपनी wagon में वे they all sat laughing. At whom? At Relio Trulio cowardly dragon. Belinda giggled till she shook the house. Giggled means laugh. Belinda laughed so much, so loud that she shook the house. And Blink said weak. Weak also is just like the giggling for a mouse. When a mouse is laughing, just a weak type of sound comes from his mouth. So Blink said weak, which is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age. Whose age? They are asking the age of Custard. When Custard cried for a nice safe cage. They all made fun of Custard, and Custard was always searching for a nice safe cage so that he could hide there and cry. But suddenly they heard a nasty sound. Nasty means bad. And Mustard growled, and they all looked around. From where the sound had come, they were searching. Mew, cried Ink, and ooh, cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window. Pirate means a robber that robbed in the sea. Climbing in the window. Window here comes for window. So a pirate was coming there from the window. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right. He had got pistol in both his hands, that pirate, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. Cutlass means a short sword. He was holding pistol in both his hands, and in his teeth he was holding a sword. His beard was black and his one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. It was clear that the pirate meant no good means he had come for a bad purpose, not a good purpose here. Belinda paled and she cried, help, help. Paled means her face had become pale, yellow, due to fear, and she cried, help, help. But Mustard fled with a terrified yelp, and Mustard had also, the dog had also fled, run away with a terrified yelp, with a with very much fear, he had also run away. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household. Trickled here also means run away. Ink also ran away to the bottom of the household. And little mouse, ink was the cat, and little mouse Blink strategically mousehold. Strategically means tactfully. He also got mousehold. Here mousehold means he had also hidden in the hole of the mouse. Little mouse Blink strategically mousehold. So we are seeing here that these lines are so beautifully written that they are just like a decoration of these lines. But up jumped Custard. Now here Custard, who was seemed to be covered here, but up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, just as the smoke comes from train engine. Clashed his tail like irons in a dungeon. Dungeon means अंडरग्राउंड सेल, तहखाना जिसे हम बोलते हैं. एंड उसमें जब लोहे की आवाज़, लोहा पीटने की, आयरन पीटने की आवाज़ आती है, सो कस्टर्ड ऑल्सो क्लैश्ड, उसने भी ऐसे ही टेल अपने जमीन पर मारी, जस्ट लाइक आयरन्स इन अ डंजियन. With the clatter and the clank and the jangling squirm, these are the noises of iron. You can say clattering, clanking and jangling squirm. These are the noise. He went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. Robin बर्ड को कहा जाता है. रॉबिन इज अ बर्ड एंड वॉर्म मीन्स जैसे रॉबिन जो है अपने वॉर्म पे, अपने शिकार पे वॉर्म्स को खाने के लिए एकदम फास्ट भागती है. सो जस्ट लाइक कस्टर्ड ऑल्सो ही वेंट एट द पायरेट लाइक अ रॉबिन एट अ वॉर्म. द पायरेट gaped at Belinda's dragon. Gaped means he was very much surprised, shocked, and he was opened mouth. If we are staring someone with open mouth, that means gaped. And the pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. Gulped means drank. Grog means a drink from his pocket flagon. Flagon means a thermos or a flask in his pocket, and he drank some drink from that flagon. Because due to fear, he fired 2 bullets. But they didn't hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. So he just tried to fire 2 bullets, but the bullets didn't hit anyone, and Custard gobbled him. Gobbled means ate the pirate every bit. He just gobbled him, swallowed the pirate. So here the pirate was very much surprised at the dragon, and due to fear he drank some drink from his flask. He just tried to fire 2 bullets, but they didn't hit anyone, and Custard gobbled or swallowed the pirate bit by bit. So here we are seeing Custard's bravery. Belinda embraced him. Belinda hugged him. Mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. No one was crying for the pirate. Ink and Blink in glee. Glee means happiness. Did gyrate. Gyrate means they were just dancing around the dragon that ate the pirate. All Belinda, Mustard, Ink and Blink, they were all very much happy, and they were dancing around the Custard that ate the pirate. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. But here, as they knew that they were all very much afraid and they had run away from there, they had covered his hair. But just to show their bravery now, they were saying, but presently up, सबके सामने, spoke little dog Mustard, I would have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered. It means if I were not confused. Flustered here means confused. If I were not confused, I would have also shown the bravery as twice as Custard. And up spoke Ink and up spoke Blink. Here also, after listening to Mustard, Ink and Blink also spoke, we would have been 3 times as brave, we think. It means Mustard was saying that if I were not confused, that if he were not confused, he would have shown twice as bravery as Custard. And to this, Ink and Blink both spoke that they would have shown 3 times as bravery as Custard. And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. Custard didn't say anything. He only said that he agreed that they all were brave than him, than Custard. Belinda still lives in her little white house. Again, this extract has come here. This is the first extract. Repetition is here. Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kitten and her little grey mouse, and her little yellow dog, and her little red wagon, and her Relio Trulio little pet dragon. So Belinda was staying in that house with Ink, Blink, Mustard, and Wagon, and Custard the dragon. Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of beers. This is also repetition here. And Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard keeps crying for a nice safe cage. All were showing their bravery, and Custard was still, after that heroic act, he still was just crying for a nice safe cage. So this is a humorous poem here where the Custard, who was seemed to be covered, he showed his heroic act or his bravery in an adverse condition. So we can't say anyone covered or brave due to their physical appearance. The time and conditions show what type of a person that is. So I hope you have liked this poem and you have also understood this poem very well. Have a nice day to all of you.